Support for the Leadoff on WGLT and WGLT.org comes from the Central Illinois Regional Airport. Passengers can access air travel from Sierra with parking at no cost and at a location close to home. More at CIRA.com.
Prices are still high, but realtors say demand is softening in the Bloomington Normal housing market. That's one of the things you need to know to start your day for Monday, November 3rd. I'm Ryan Denham, and this is WGLT's The Leadoff. Now let's lead off with some Uptown business owners criticizing a proposal to raise food and beverage and hotel-motel taxes in Normal. WGLT's Charlie Schlenker has more.
The town of Normal wants to raise the taxes to pay for a $12 million gap in the funding picture to build the long-deferred Uptown underpass.
Can we just not add more cost to our customers?
Steve Marifieran owns Windy City Wieners in Uptown. He objects to the framing of the food and beverage tax increase as moving from 2 to 2.25%.
I don't look at this as a quarter point. I look at this as 12%. 12% is the tax that they will see on their receipts. They don't know how we got there, and they turn around and get upset with us, our staff.
Ryan Fiala of Fiala Brothers Brewery and DP Dough in Uptown says to raise the taxes now is not a good economic time.
Customers are cutting back on discretionary spending. Historical comps have us down in various places, and the forecasts are ominous.
Town staff bill the underpass as transformative public space and say it will help develop Uptown south of the train tracks. Fiala says the town still has work to do to develop Uptown proper before it should consider the underpass.
This is $15 million of public money that goes to build a path to what's currently a parking lot. The only bang for the buck comes if you further subsidize development in the years to come.
Fiala says he hopes the council tables the issue, even though that would mean loss of grant funding that would pay for more than half the project. Fiala and Marifieran are also not happy about an accelerated timeline to a council vote tonight, just 3 business days after the proposal became public. For the Leadoff, I'm Charlie Schlenker.
Here's some other stories we're following in the WGLT newsroom. Normal firefighters rescued a 13-year-old boy from a fast-moving fire that destroyed a mobile home in North Meadow Village in North Normal early yesterday morning. The Salvation Army in Bloomington will open its emergency winter shelter starting today. Guests there will get a place to sleep, hot meals, showers, laundry, individual case management, and support from community partners. And pedestrian traffic along Beaufort Street in Normal will be rerouted at times starting today as crews prepare to work on the Wansuk Kim College of Fine Arts renovation project at ISU. It'll be a 2-year-long construction project. You can find more on these stories at WGLT.org. If you've tried to buy a home recently in Bloomington Normal, you already know that it's a seller's market. But as WGLT student reporter Vashti Reed reports, there are signs that demand from buyers is softening, even as prices keep climbing.
The number of existing homes sold in Bloomington Normal in the first 9 months of 2025 was down 1.4% from the year before and well below the flurry of activity seen during COVID, according to the latest data from the Mid-Illinois Realtors Association, aka MIRA. There simply aren't that many homes in the market right now, and that low inventory has helped drive up prices. It costs around $213,859 on average to buy an existing home in 2021. Now, it's $287,107. That's a 34% increase in just 5 years. Here's Dawn Peters, a realtor with Keller Williams.
What we are seeing is with fewer houses available, a lot of buyers right now are getting discouraged and exiting the market. And so the demand is softening a little bit while the supply still remains low. So prices are still holding because of that.
There are many other potential reasons that demand is flattening. Rivian's big hiring spree appears to be over. Those frustrated by the lack of options in town may have already bought something in one of the surrounding smaller communities in McLean County. Uncertainty about the economy may also be freezing people in place.
I would say it's a little weird. Inventory's low and buyers have kind of slowed down a little bit with the state of the kind of world and economy that we're in, and so moving a little slower than we've seen in the last several years.
Relatively high interest rates are another important driver. Melanie Walker with Coldwell Banker, president of MIRA, said those interest rates are keeping inventory down. If your interest rate on your current home is 3.5%, you may not be too eager to sell if that means you're then buying another home at today's 6% rate.
It's been kind of tricky. People coming in, obvious, are buying, but if the local market that needs to be listing and selling isn't selling because of interest rates and where are they going to go, what are they going to get, then it's catch-22 kind of.
But interest rates are starting to decrease. The Federal Reserve just cut its benchmark interest rate by 0.25 percentage point Wednesday. That could create more inventory in the market.
Personally, I think people are sitting on the fence watching interest rates.
Thomas Yoder is a realtor with RE/MAX Rising. He says the last thing he will want for any of his clients is for them to be house broke or rush housing decisions.
But I really try to caution making the interest rate the only reason why you're not buying a house. It's a big factor, but ultimately you can do things with local lenders to refinance at a certain point. If the rates go down, there's a chance.
Bloomington Normal has made little progress building more houses in inventory in the past few years, including single-family homes. Sales of newly built homes, a smaller part of the broader housing market, are down 44% so far this year compared to 2024, which itself was a down year. So it remains a seller's market, but there are things buyers can do to improve their odds of getting the house they want.
But the market, as a buyer, you gotta be a little strategic. Not impossible, but you gotta be strategic.
Most people will borrow to buy. Yoder says using a local lender can be advantageous. He said local lenders are beneficial because not only is communication faster and more efficient, but local lenders tend to know more about the specific area you are hoping to move into. It may also help to be flexible on location, even a willingness to look for a home in a smaller town just outside of Bloomington Normal. Don Peters says it's one of the biggest changes since COVID.
Buyers were getting a lot less picky on location, right? So before where a buyer I want to be in this specific neighborhood or I want to be in Bloomington Normal City proper, they have expanded, many buyers have expanded their search range out to different neighborhoods or the smaller surrounding towns because they're not finding what they want in town.
With additional reporting from Ryan Denham, I'm Vashti Reed.
You can see interactive graphics showing sales trends in the Bloomington Normal Market at WGLT.org. And that is it for today. I'm Ryan Denham. The show is produced by Cheyenne Brown. You can subscribe to The Leadoff on the NPR app or wherever you get your podcasts.